Hey everybody out there in YouTube land and the internet world, and welcome to another Dark Avengers comic book review. We are officially talking about comics that were released on October 19th, 2011. I did an unboxing video last night. I have to think about it because I don't get my night straight anymore because I hardly sleep anymore. So yes, we did the unboxing last night. We had a review for a book up before that. And I mentioned about comic shop news in my unboxing, and the first and only article, which is kind of surprising, usually they have more than one article, I saw it when I was doing the unboxing. I decided I was going to save this for my comic review, which that's what we're on. Next week on the 26th, Legion of Superheroes, or Legion Secret Origin #1 is coming out, 1 of 6. It's a limited series. It's going to be retelling the whole formation of the Legion of Superheroes, the heroes and stuff like that, with little changes here and there. We'll get into Legion of Superheroes. It came out this week. But this is why I'm talking about it and why I got my hands on one, plus a couple other little things. Legion of Superheroes, Legion Origin, Secret Origin is going to be coming with its own promo Legion of Superheroes ring.
Just zoom in on this for a sec, Michael. It's kind of funny.
What? Zoom in on what? What?
Oh.
Your friendly neighborhood comic outlet.
Oh yeah. They're following along the promo for Blackest Night and Brightest Day, and also Flash #1, which had the Flash ring. Legion of Superheroes is going to complete the ring set. As far as I know, there are no other rings for any other superhero, as far as I know. No, I think that's it. Unless you get like Alan Scott's ring, and that's from Justice Society. Other than that, we have now, with this ring, we'll have the entire superhero ring collection, so to speak. Unless they make a metal one of this at some point. Other than that, this kind of concludes the ring portion.
Sounds potential.
It concludes the ring portion, but I'm sure they'll still be making pins or patches or something.
Like you said, metal, they'll redo it, revamp it.
Yeah, so we'll see. Just thought that would be interesting news. And now Amber got some stuff from her friend today who went to a comic convention. And she wanted to share that. She actually had to work today, so she's actually just here for the comic review tonight, and then she's actually going to be going because she has work again tomorrow.
Yes.
So she's going to be here for Marvel and her, and her book.
These things that I'm going to show you are both drawn and signed.
And photocopied.
Yes, but still by Michael Mangello. I hope I'm saying the name right. #1.
Mario versus Bowser.
With Peach hanging by her hair, pretty much.
I find that hilarious.
What else is known in that speech?
2. Chris's favorite.
Legends of Zelda Link has to be. Yep.
3.
My actual favorite, but okay.
Yeah, I like Wolverine.
I like Wolverine.
4.
You can just put that one straight down. You're holding it perfectly. See if you can do that one.
5. I didn't want to cover his head.
Did I cover his head?
No.
Okay. Ow!
6.
Ow!
Which is just my favorite, so I had to get it. And last but not least, something that's not comic related at all. Well, technically the butterfly was in a comic.
I'm sure there's been butterflies in
You can just put them on that over there so they'll stay nice and straight. So Amber's going to be here for the IDW book I have, the Marvel books, and then she's going to go right into her books. Then she's going to unfortunately have to go. And then Joe's going to do his book. He's staying though. And then I'll conclude with DC, and hopefully next week we'll get our books done a bit faster. This way we can all stick around for the entire comic book review. But then again...
Yeah.
Yeah. IDW Transformers #28. You can zoom in since you're holding... By the way, guys, I'm sorry, Michael. Michael's holding the camera for this episode. Just give a wave when you zoom out.
Hello.
Because he feels when he doesn't have any comics to review, he'd like to go behind the camera again. Because technically he is my cameraman. He is a reviewer, but in his mind he's a cameraman before a reviewer.
I got it since day one, so.
Yeah, and he's also tired, so I can understand why he would like to stay behind the camera.
I'm not tired, I'm just...
He likes holding the camera.
Okay, well, I found some news out about Transformers that I didn't mention anywhere else. I'll mention it now. Transformers is ending. I think I did actually mention this, but just for the sake of re-saying it, Transformers, the series, is ending in December with the death of Optimus Prime, which isn't happening in Chaos. It's going to be part of the aftermath. And then after that, Transformers is completely ending, and we're getting 2 series out of it. It's splitting into 2. One is Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, and the other one is Transformers Robots in Disguise. Talk about really destroying, taking the main theme for the first Transformers and just ODing on the main 2 lines of the whole damn thing.
I don't know.
Why? Why every time I get interested in another comic book, another series, not even a month or 2 after I get into it, they're going to change something, or they're going to divide the comic, or they're going to end the comic. It's like, one comic,
I know,
please?
Right? Seems like
it's only 28 issues.
Sometimes less is more.
This has only been around 2 years. And already they're doing some stupid stuff. They're killing Optimus again.
They feel old already 2 years. They need a new objective thing.
I'm dropping Transformers after Chaos, if you didn't notice, by my rant about the stupid titles. Because they make no sense anyway.
Well, if you're dropping them, why are you continuing to talk about it?
Because I have to read the end of Chaos, because it
You wanted to read that story or finish it?
Optimus Prime, all hell breaks loose on Cybertron, basically. Cybertron, there's this big... I couldn't really... I'm reading it, but I'm really not, because it's like, what's the point? The whole series is just going to change anyway. This happens. Megatron ends up somehow on Optimus' side, and yeah. I just can't seriously enjoy this anymore, knowing what's coming next. Megatron's going after it, and he's like, nobody's ever stood in my way before. Part 3 in 2 weeks. I don't believe it. Every time I'm interested in a comic book, they do this shit somehow. They always end up changing it, and it's like, okay, I jumped on just to jump off after the first story I read. And I love Transformers, guys. I jumped on because of the whole Chaos thing. And Optimus isn't even dying in Chaos. He's dying after Chaos. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. By the next part, the next issue, hopefully, I'll be feeling a bit better. Once again, guys, don't forget, this is the 19th of October in 2011. We are in the big 2 now. Who will be the new Avengers? Avengers number 18. Throughout this entire issue, I grew a hatred for a certain woman. It's a crime scene woman who does not like the way the world is being run with the superheroes, how the superheroes are killing each other. And it takes you from several years back to when Civil War happened, to when the Skrull War happened, through there to when Captain America died, through there, it just kept going all the way until current day. And this woman's collecting evidence and data, DNA, Spider-Man spiderwebbing, guns from S.H.I.E.L.D. No, it's not. It's her job, but she's taking it and hiding it in her coat pocket. She's taking it for herself.
Oh, okay.
And you don't know why, but I could tell from the first few pages I was not going to like this woman. For some weird reason, she had some type of ulterior motive. Jumps to Captain America talking to Tony Stark, and they actually mentioned the World Trade... Captain America mentions the World Trade Center in this. For those of you who don't remember, Avengers Tower got knocked down through the siege, which we're going to talk about also. And Cap is talking to Tony Stark, and he's telling him, you got to rebuild it. And Tony's like, I don't want to rebuild it. First of all, I don't have the money. Second of all, I don't want to. Maybe it's best left down. And then that's when Captain America makes the reference to the Twin Towers. He's like, I wanted them rebuilt. We never rebuilt them. You're going to rebuild Avengers Tower at least. And he's like, fine, I'll see what I can do. I'll pull some strings. Jump to this woman. And, you know, I thought that Norman Osborn and the Dark Avengers were going to be solely attached to the new Avengers. Apparently, I was very, very, very sorely mistaken. Because this guy is going to go after, I guess, all the Avengers teams. Because this woman goes to Norman Osborn and Hammer and says, I have a bunch of, as she said, entire superhero, I have been in an interesting position to collect biological samples from many interesting places. In here are all the genetic secrets of the entire superhuman population. In other words, the super soldier serum probably, the spider webbing, the fluids, how it works and everything like that. And a bunch of other things. Maybe the Giant Man's thing. And the next issue, the Avengers are going to come together. Oh, Steve Rogers has a huge meeting with all the superheroes at Avengers Mansion, because that's the only thing left standing. And he's like, you're going to have to do some soul searching and then think, do you want to be an Avenger? And everybody's in kind of shock. And there's also little things between some of the Avengers, but that's for you guys to read. Absolutely good. I said last week, last episode, New Avengers was really good jump on point. This is a really good jump on point right here because the Avengers are going to reform in issue 19. And it involves the Dark Avengers. Now. You have to start now, though. Right now, if you want to get an Avengers book. New Avengers, the .1, the new Avengers book from last week, and the Avengers book from this week. If you want to start the Avenger books, start now. I'm going to be starting Secret Avengers soon also, but that has a little bit more. I think 1 more month to go. The final issue, until they relaunch next month, of course, because, Uncanny X-Men.
The final X-Men's ending.
Uncanny X-Men 544. It's all about the Wolverine's team leaving Utopia. Scott Summers dealing with it, and he's a cold-ass bastard throughout the whole book. I'm sorry, but Scott, even Iceman said it best. He was no fun before, but if there was a way for him to get less fun now, he's there. And he has some flashbacks. Cyclops has a couple of flashbacks of from when the team first came together. They had original artwork from the first ever Uncanny X-Men.
That was kind of cool.
And that was really good. And that was by I don't think they give a name here. Oh yeah, drawn by Jack Kirby, inked by Paul Riemann. And then it jumps. Mr. Sinister makes his appearance. He's going to be following in Uncanny X-Men #1. Beast comes back to Utopia one last time to stick it to Scott Summers, and he does. Also, I'm probably going to be getting these, by the way, the 7.1.2.3. This is the first of like 2 that they're going to be doing, where instead of it's just a .1, they're going to go .2 and .3 also. Because like .1 isn't good enough for them anymore, so they got to make more money. And basically, Scott says at the very end he feels like he's graduated the school, and that's why he didn't go back. He's putting closure to the old X-Men, and now he's going to become something else. And I don't know where the hell Scott's going. I'm getting Uncanny X-Men #1, but I have a feeling it's going to go. It's not the Scott Summers I care to read about, and no offense, but I'm on Wolverine's side. All the way. I'm on Wolverine's side of the whole thing. And even Charles Xavier, spoiler alert here, but Charles Xavier with the preview on CBR I saw, Charles Xavier's even at Wolverine with Wolverine in Westchester. He's not going to stay, but he's there. I didn't see him in Uncanny. Moving along, Wolverine #17. I skimmed this last night when I got my comics, and I said, oh god, here we go, a series I don't like, a story I don't like. They just got away from hell. I'm not going to like this. I fully take it back. I read through the book from cover to cover, and I completely changed my opinion. It changed my opinion. Wolverine's leaving San Francisco, so now it's up. He has money, and everybody's like, "You have money?" He's like, "Yeah. What do I look like? I have no money." They're like, "You're walking around with a duffel bag. You have no money." He's like, "I choose to do that. That doesn't mean I don't have money." So he goes to get said money, and that's in Chinatown in San Francisco. And apparently, he's this black. I want to say the right word, black something. He's the black. Black what now? Black Dragon. Why did I forget Dragon? And he's like, he's working in the underworld of Chinatown to keep everything peaceful and at peace, and he's been neglecting that because first he went to hell, then he came back and he ran away, then he's dealing with the whole Utopia BS, then he's dealing with going back to Westchester, and he comes to get his money, and there's trouble. That's originally why he went back, because this little boy comes to get him and says there's trouble in Chinatown, and he's just like, I came to get my money and leave, but what's the problem? And the guy says, these people are here and they're causing trouble, there's drugs and everything being brought around. He's like, I apologize, I've been neglecting my position here, and all hell's breaking loose in the underworld, and guess what? Wolverine no longer has money anymore because they stole it, or it was taken away. So it's up to Wolverine to delve into the underworld now, figure out what's going on, stop them, and get his money back. So they do, and it turns out the Black Claw, or the legend, the Claw, something Claw? Yeah, the Mark of the Claw, sorry, just the Claw. And apparently they're moving a whole warehouse full of drugs, and they don't know how. And also Gorilla Man shows up. I don't know who the hell Gorilla Man is. I'm sure he's shown up somewhere before, but I've never seen him before. and Wolverine and him have a briefy fight, and they find out there's an underworld, and in the underworld, spoiler alert here, this is how they're carting the stuff from China to America in, what do you call it, so fast. There's basically an underworld, and they could just literally drag it right through the center of the earth. They get caught, to be continued. They get found out, basically, to be continued. I love the story. Finally, we've moved away from the whole hell thing. It's over. The Red Right Hand is done. We are now in a brand new story. And yes, it involves Regenesis because this is about Wolverine leaving back to Westchester. But before he leaves, this story happens. And it looks really good. I would absolutely recommend it. Perfect jumping on point, people, because the other stories are left in the past. And this is the present. So if you want to jump onto Wolverine, this is the issue to do it on. Right here. Because it has no mention of the past. You don't need to know what happened before to know where you're at now. So check it out. Now the big book from Marvel, and then we're going into DC. Fear Itself Book 7. A lot of people were very confused about Fear Itself. Let me explain Fear Itself. Fear Itself was about the Serpent King wanting to take over Midgard, which is Earth. And it turns out that the Serpent King was supposed to be in Odin's position in Asgard. He was supposed to be leading Asgard. But something happened, and we don't really know what. But Odin became the High Father. That's what it's called, the High Father, instead of the Serpent King. Because the Serpent King is evil, apparently. And he gets trapped on Earth, underwater, and sin frees him. And that's everything that leads up to now. There's a lot of events that happen between 2 and 5, 6, that bring you up to 7. 7, the omen is the Serpent King is going to be destroyed by Odin's son. However, there's going to be a cost, and they don't tell you the cost throughout the whole series. You find out in this book what that is, and I'll give you the spoiler in a bit. So Thor is fighting the Serpent King. Iron Man comes back from Asgard with his own set of hammers. And the hammers are from Asgard. So now the people from the Avengers who have the hammers are fighting the Serpent King hammer avatars. So you got two avatars facing each other. The Avengers are trying to stop Sin and her army, and you got Thor versus the Serpent King. Long story short, long fight short, Avengers win. Thor throws his hammer, it drops. Cap gets the hammer. I love the one picture in it, and I'm going to show it where Cap goes, Avengers assemble, because he's holding Thor's hammer. Because Thor has Odin's sword, I believe it's called, instead of the hammer. And finally, the good guys start to win. Thor takes out the Serpent King, and then you finally, in this wonderful panel, he's like, "'Tis a good night to die," and the cost is, huge spoiler alert here, people, he kind of says the same line Superman does before he dies. The cost was Thor's life. Then it all wraps up at Thor's funeral, where everybody from Asgard gets teleported to Earth, and Odin and the Serpent King, the dead Serpent King, go back to Asgard alone, where Odin is going to be his brother's keeper for all eternity so far. We don't know where Odin is, we don't know anything. Then we get a bunch of recaps, and I'm not joking. This is the end of Fear Itself. This is the recap. This is why the book is double-sized. One size is for the book, one size for the recap. First is Bucky's funeral and Captain America getting his shield back. Then is, well, then it says the end. That's the first. Then they're going to recap for future stories. There's a recap with Sin that leads into Fear Itself, the Fearless. There's a recap which will explain what's going to happen next week in Incredible Hulk. How Hulk and Bruce Banner, not how it happened, but this explains how Bruce Banner and the Hulk separated. This is where it happened, basically. Then there's also another one that leads into Battle Scars, and then the final one, I believe, yes, this is the final one leads into the Defenders, #1. And then finally you get the poster page that everybody's been talking about for a week now. Phoenix. It's a nice little smash page, I must say so myself.
I must be psychic.
What do you mean?
Me getting you the comic.
Oh, they just said you was going to
What do you mean?
guess
The Phoenix, what if Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah.
This was good. It was confusing at certain points. I can understand how some people are like, what the hell's going on? I tend to understand things a bit more because I've been into comic books
Yeah.
since I was 11.
You're used to the whole jumping around thing.
Yeah, and I'm used to following everything.
Yeah.
Even though it's all over the place, I still have that dead focus.
That's like in a lot of comics.
Yes.
So.
This was really good. Thor's dead, but for how long we don't know. We all know no superhero is ever truly dead forever. So I will say this. Rest in peace, Thor. We'll see you in a year or two. Just like I said for Johnny Storm. Thor cannot fully be dead. There are still Thor titles going on. I'm going to keep an eye on them. 2-1, he's a god. You can't kill a god. Somehow, he's going to probably be in Hela, and he's going to have to work his way back out of hell or heaven or wherever he is to get back to Earth. We don't know how, though, yet.
I'd be more heavenly than a god.
I predict maybe a year or two we'll find out. Or maybe sooner. You never know. They might want to bring Thor back like that. This might be opening up for a new big Thor event in the Thor books.
Possibly.
So, there, take it as you will. At the moment, for this week, Thor is dead. We'll see as the months go on if that remains. Really good. I would say check it out. And with that, Amber, we had a great week in Marvel. I had an annoyance in IDW, but still, Transformers Chaos, next part was good. We're going to start you off so you can head on down the road to Sleepy Town. You have 4 books because you missed last episode, so we'll start with last episodes. You're going to start with this one, or do you think that one was better?
She's thinking.
Okay, we're going to start with this one then. You want to announce it or shall I?
Honestly, I think that Batgirl was very good.
Batgirl number 2. I said, are you going to announce it first or are you going to let me? I'm announcing it from now on, people. Go ahead.
I bite my tongue. I take back what I said about the last issue. I recant.
Okay, we get it. You like the series now. I liked it too.
It's turned around for you.
Yes. This issue explained why the guy was killing people.
That usually happens.
He was killing people in his mind out of kindness because his wife and his 2 daughters were killed.
Just 2 seconds. Thank you.
His wife and 2 daughters were killed in
I'm thirsty.
a car crash, and they pulled him out. He's the only person that survived. And so he thinks that it's kindness to kill the people because, for instance, one guy had passed out in the train station from diabetes. Someone had saved him. But is that really saving him
Yeah,
in his
that's
mind? It takes people out of their suffering by killing them when they're supposed to die, in his mind. So as I said, I recant. I really like this series.
I enjoyed it too. I read it the last episode. I didn't review it. I just said I liked it. So I was hoping you were going to say you liked it, or else Mike or me was going to take over the series. So I guess you're going to stick with it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad. I loved it. The artwork was very good also. Whoa!
I want to just flip through.
Okay. Batwoman number 2. Here you go. Wait, just zoom in on it fast. Wait, I'm sorry.
Done?
Done? Yep, take it. And now comes the long-winded speech.
Okay, the lady that was trying to find Batwoman
Whoa, that was fast.
the other day, I had to just refresh my memory because
Oh,
I've got
okay.
too many women, Batgirl, whatever.
Yeah.
You're the one that wanted all the women. I would have given you some men.
No. But,
You sick puppy.
the woman that was looking
That's a
for,
I know.
or was asked to find a Batwoman is in town. Trying to find her whatnot. And what it comes down to is the girl's in town. She
I'm sweating. This light is hot.
is trying. Just shut up and let me talk.
I'm talking to
please.
him.
I don't care.
She's
I don't
silent,
talk
or-
when you're in the interview.
or-
When you're reviewing
Right.
a lot. But it's pretty good. Wasn't as good as Batgirl, I gotta be honest.
I couldn't follow
She
it.
had she has a girlfriend apparently who's on, I guess, one of the detectives.
Is it, what's her name?
I don't remember her name.
Is she the Question still?
Hmm?
Does she refer to her as the Question at all?
No.
Okay, then it's a different girlfriend.
No.
Is it a Spanish woman?
No, it's the detective, the lead detective that's trying to find the people that are being
Okay,
killed.
then if she's not Spanish, then it's not the woman I'm thinking. The end. It's a new girlfriend.
Yeah, it's brand new. First
She's a
date.
battle though.
It's really good though. She's still trying to find out who's killing and kidnapping the kids. There's a big battle scene that goes on between, I guess, these demonic people and the humans, and there's a big battle.
Yeah, I
One
can
hand is
understand that.
found. No, it's apparently the kid that went missing right in this book.
Oh,
Kid's
okay.
hand, but they don't know for sure yet. Also, Batwoman gets an invite to Batman Incorporated.
Of course, Batman's gonna invite Batwoman to Batman Incorporated. What, do you think Batman was gonna ignore her?
Excuse me, you're the one that's like, oh wow, that's gonna be really good.
I said that's good for her. That's great
You
for
said
her.
it's gonna look really good.
It's gonna be good for
Anyway,
her.
it's really good. It doesn't really conclude anywhere yet. It's pretty good.
Okay, so these two were from last week, and these two were released on the 12th. Those are done. Now we're gonna go into the 19th. These were
This
released this
is
week.
my-
Catwoman number 2.
I was just.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say this was my. I thought you were gonna keep going. Go ahead.
This is my favorite out of the week. That's all I was gonna say before you announced it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go into the story already. I was about to say,
How to break your nose.
you can. I'm the Man of Steel.
Want me to try? Want me to
She'll test
try?
it. She'll test it.
Very good. It's a very.
Keep your hands on your own paper.
I don't have paper.
Keep your hands on your own privates.
What?
Keep going.
I don't know what he was going.
It's
I don't
Catwoman.
either. This starts
Yeah.
out with Batman and her pretty much having sex again.
No,
Yes.
they finished.
No. No. No.
When did it
Okay.
She's leaving.
Yes. But listen. Okay?
Okay.
Where was it?
No, that's the. Uh-huh.
I'm just laughing. This is pretty comical.
Happened already.
No, it was happening.
Yes, it starts right where the other book ended. One time it happened.
No.
Well, they get the
Because
little
it says
section.
again.
Again where?
I'm trying to find
Okay,
it.
how about this?
Shut up.
Catwoman had sex with Batman multiple times, so therefore,
I really don't
You're both
care. I
right.
mean, you know they did.
yeah.
Still.
Again. I just had
But I
did just
shouldn't-
have sex with Batman again. Again.
That could mean again
Yeah.
and again.
No.
Oh, whatever. We don't have
She's-
sex a lot of times.
Okay, they had sex a lot of times. I don't
It was
care.
in a
End
different
of story.
place.
It was the same apartment.
Different place. First one was on a balcony.
What was this?
Keep going.
She's
Keep
gonna
going.
give
the-
It ended. Next.
Wait.
Next. Jump over the
But
sex.
She's
She
focused.
steals a painting. She wants to get the Russian guy back.
What?
You're really giving me the finger?
It's 28 minutes.
We will return to Catwoman, where
Isn't it funny how Emma gets cut off?
where hopefully I'll still have my private.
Your private.
We'll see you in the next part.
Okay.
Get away.